I get about I used to get about one flyer through my letterbox every week despite all my signs. And if you do the numbers, over the course of the year, that's say 50 flyers. Over the course of 4 years, which is the length of time I've been doing this for, that's 200 flyers. So it's not a small amount of paper, and this all adds up to having an environmental impact. But that's just me. I have address mail only on my letterbox quite clearly. What about the people who don't have those signs on their letterbox? How much content are they getting through? So about 4 years ago, I became very frustrated with the amount of real estate flyers that were coming through my letterbox. And actually I started accumulating signs on it for a while because they were just ignoring it. So, no junk mail, no circulars, address mail only, one of those crazy letterboxes we sometimes walk past in the neighbourhood. But it wasn't actually that effective at stopping the flyers. And I do it for environmental reasons, but also I'm just not interested in junk mail. So I asked myself the question, why real estate agents? Why do they always put the flyers in the letterbox? So when I contact a real estate agent, I don't just contact them, I also contact their manager or their boss, and also, if I can be bothered finding out that information, their boss's boss. Because I found initially that contacting an agent, they'll just come back to you and say, oh, sorry, I won't do it again. By the way, what's your address? I'll make sure I never deliver to you again, which doesn't really fix the problem. I don't just want them to not deliver to me. I want them to not deliver to anybody with a sign like mine. So if I contact them and CC in their boss, then I think I'm more likely to get some traction. So one particular real estate agent was a repeat offender, and he had previously said to me, oh, it's the contractor who delivers flyers into the box, they're not following the rules, sorry about that. And then one day I heard the dog barking because somebody was lingering outside, and I looked out and here was this guy, this real estate agent, putting his flyer into my letterbox. And I was like, haha, gotcha. So I emailed him and his boss's boss and said, look, I saw you putting your flyer into my letterbox. It wasn't a contractor. You've done this more than once. Can you please stop? And he was very apologetic. I don't know whether it was because I had emailed other people at the same time, but he was very apologetic. And he came back to me and said, look, can I donate to a charity that to make up for what I've done? And I was like, well, actually, I'd rather you just stopped delivering the flyers, but sure, you can donate to Women's Refuge. I came up with that idea after a powwow with the female members of my family. And so he did, and he donated a good sum and felt quite good about himself afterwards.